Bandai Namco have just released 3 totally free games for you to add to your Steam library. All are quite decent, but my favourite is Doronko Wanko, which, yes, I giggled at the title, but it translates from Japanese into Muddy Dog. This is a Doronko action game, as it's called it, and Doronko is a muddy festival from Japan where you get yourself dirty and then make everything else dirty around you. And whilst that sounds like a subgenre of a fetish website, I had great fun with this game. It reminds me from the Blob series mixed with Katamari Damacy Chaos, if that makes sense. You play as a fluffy cloud Pomeranian who is just moved into a brand new home with your family. Mum is getting ready to cook some dinner for a welcome, housewarming party, and the rest of the family have gone out to get some party poppers and stuff like that. But you've decided to trash the joint. And what this means is that you wander around as your Pomeranian, knocking over things and spilling paint or exploding food or smashing over bottles of champagne and wine. And then you roll in it using one of your trigger buttons. And then you go to the next place that you want to go and then shake yourself free. And all of the paint and the wine and the crayons and all of the gunk that you've covered yourself in just starts splurting everywhere. And you start to see the damage meter rack up. Because yes, you'll be wandering around getting little footprints everywhere and causing problems with the sofa, but it's much better if you just roll yourself around in mud and wine and ink and paint and then just go nuts and start coating walls and floors and bits of furniture, or let's get it on the TV. Let's smash up that painting on the wall by smashing it full of paint. And this is how the game transpires. It's one single house. There's various different rooms inside it, and there are badges to collect for basically dirtying up and interacting with different objects. Because you can set off Roombas that will then start spreading out your mess and covering the floor. Or it could be that you need to totally smash a load of wine bottles so that you coat the entire basement with wine on the floor, and that kind of gets you a little badge. Dotted around the house are also 12 Pomeranian icons that are etched into the floor. And so long as you uncover those, that then starts to unlock additional gifts and things that you can dress your Pomeranian in, but also additional weapons. So if you want a super soaker on your back, shooting out paint, you can unlock one of those and wear it and run around too. Then there's the cannon. There's a gold trophy that just spills black paint everywhere or ink. There's one where you can wear do you remember the board game Donutters where you'd put on the elephant trunk on your face? It's got that, but it's shooting out paint. And you can start turning on and off fans and starting flying the paint across the room and hitting the ceiling and stuff like that. And it's a really well constructed single level game. The downside, obviously, I'm assuming the reason why it is a free title is it is just one single house. And to me, this feels like a absolutely fantastic 1 hour experience where you go around trying to cause as much damage as possible, finding all of the different ways to trigger the badges and complete the challenges. And then there's a little new game plus continue mode afterwards to find some extra hidden stuff the second time around. And for just over an hour's worth of gameplay, this is absolutely fantastic and a lovely free treat to have. It makes me desperately want a fully fledged saga, though, where basically this Pomeranian drives the family up the wall and then they move to a new house because it's trashed the old one, and then you get to do the same thing, and then maybe they go off on holiday and the Pomeranian just ruins that too. This is a really cool concept that I'd love to see fully fledged into a kind of a indie plus single A tier level of polish. Almost and this might be a niche reference, Mr. Mosquito from the PS2 era. That was a great example of taking a really balmy concept but giving enough polish to it so that it could pull it off while still containing or allowing the game to have its own creative freedom. And I think if Doronko Wanko was to become a full series, that's the aim and tunnel that it should aim for. So yeah, I really hope this picks up and it becomes a thing and we get lots of these games because it's really satisfying to play and I had a great time. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a completely independent media outlet supported by people like you. The goal is to create the best possible content that cultivates a richer indie scene for games as well as music and entertainment. To find out more and to get involved, visit patreon.com/HigherPlaneNetwork. Your support makes all the difference, and in return you'll gain access to bonus content and downloads. Thank you for watching.